Alright, so I'm going to be breaking down the effects that I use for this edit. Hold on. Just let this load. Okay, so what I didn't know is that the flow plugin wasn't popping up on my screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the graphs with the exact values on there, so you could see like the exact values of the graphs that I was talking about in the video. And yeah. Bruh. Alright. So I'm just gonna be breaking down. So like my last video was more like a watch me edit kind of thing. Like you seen like how I time remap this and all that. Now I'm gonna be breaking down the effects and the shakes and all that stuff. So here, hold on. So for the first one, for the first clip, all I really had here was just dissolve luma and dissolve shake. So with a scale, you know what I'm saying? So here's the graph for that scale. Just you know, nothing crazy. If you want to read the values. What the hell? Alright, hold on, wait. Yeah, this was the values for that scale, so just this. Right. But for the effects on this clip specifically, I had the dissolve luma. So I had for the first keyframe 0, and then it went from from 0 all the way to let me see, yeah, to 19, and then I have one last keyframe right here at the end where it goes back to 0. And then for the graph for here, it's just this, right? The reason why I put it as that is because if you drag this one forward, it makes it last, like it makes it stay at 0 a little bit longer, and then once this one comes in, that's when it like starts to transition, and then that's when you have this. See, like that was what I was trying to go for. Like as you like put your hand up, it would get darker around and then pop back out. So then here, all right, and then for the shake, I always like, for my shakes, I always start at 0, and then I have like the initial value, and then I go back to 0 and then build it up again. I do this because like it looks better when it flows, like how do I word this? Like the shake flows into the next clip. So so I start off at 0. So here's my settings. Or actually, here, no, let me go to this one. So dissolve percent 25, dissolve speed 3, that's default. Amplitude 3.680, right? And then this is like a higher frequency shake, so 7.70. The seed is 50. Honestly, you can play around with the seed, doesn't really matter. Just whatever looks good for you. The X shake is 15 frequency. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna scroll down so you can copy these if you want it. And then yeah, no, I didn't have anything for the tilt shake. And then yeah, nothing for the Z shake. So really, it was just the X and Y. And then yeah, it's really just about it. The graph, because it's really only just these two keyframes. So I'm gonna show you right now. For higher frequency, you want it more like this, right? And like I'll highlight both keyframes so you can see the values. So yeah, like here, actually I'm gonna add this. Oh, I'm tweaking. Alright, there we go. So yeah, so that's just all. Oh, and here, hold on. Do I have rotation on here? No. Okay. That, and then the one framers for the beginning of the next clip, I just have radial blur, and then just tint, you know what I'm saying, nothing too crazy. And the reason I put radial blur is because I already had like a rotation going on. So here, like, let me turn this off real quick. Turn this off too. As you can see, like, it's already like kind of like rotating, you know what I'm saying. Like here, hold on, like here. So this is like the regular clip, right, 0, and then I had this start off at 7, and then I go like that with the scale on top of it, right? So here, hold on. Here, let me just turn this stuff off real quick. Just turn all this stuff off. So it's just this and this. So like that's how it looks, right? It's just a simple scale because it like gives it like more like a bounce. See what I'm saying? So turn this stuff back on now. Boom, boom. And then put this back on here. So these are just the one framers. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Let me turn this off real quick. So for here, once again, like I do with the shakes, because I had wave warp on here, right? I had 0, and then these are my settings for wave warp. It's just 76 for the wave height, 741 for the wave width, and then the direction 0x223. And then let me show you how this looks. So let me just turn off the shake real quick. It basically looks like this. It's like, look, I don't even know why I added this. It's just, I'm saying like it's just like a little warpy effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then for the shake, here, let me see. So for the shake, it was 27. Left the speed alone, the amplitude alone, put the frequency at 8. The seed is 0.130. The X shake, that was default. The frequency is 0.360, and the phase is just 200. And I don't think I did anything for the Y shake. Yeah, the Y shake was left alone. The Z shake, yeah, nothing. But for the tilt shake, I had 1 for the RAN frequency, nothing for the wave amp, and the wave frequency was 0.500. Tilt phase is 800, right? So it's just like that. And then the graph, same thing, because for higher frequency you want a more like a graph like this, right? And then here there's just a dissolve shake, right? It's just all the values for it, right? And then it's just the same thing. You start at 0, and then you put the initial value so it has more impact. Boom, like that. And then here, so for right here, just had the regular remap, and then I reversed it. Like I came back, and then for here I had dissolve luma for one framer, just the value was 26. Radial blur, I had this for like as a spin, and then here I just had another radial blur. So first was a spin, second was a zoom, and then zoom like that. And then once again, same thing, just the scale, and then the shake. That's really just about it. Like for most of the edits. Like, we all have about addiction. And then here, actually, hold on. Yeah, so for this part, once again, just dissolve luma, right? And then wave warp, and I added exposure. Actually, here, let me go to the hotspot. Where's it at? No, it's this one, right? Yeah. No, this one right here. So I started at 0, and then I brought it to 0.00300. I'm saying just to add like a darkening effect, right? And then for the wave warp, same thing. Shake. Let me see. I had the percent 30, the amplitude. Actually, yeah, you could just see all this. It doesn't matter. And then, you know what I'm saying, this is just all the values. And then for the graph, this is the this for the wave warp. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I put the wave warp like this, like the graph like this, or you could either do it like this, or you could have it like that. Basically, just makes it like last longer. Like if you were to go like something like this, you see, like it lasts longer. So that's really all there is to it. Exposure, right? Nothing crazy. This is the graph for the exposure, right? If you want the values for it, although it doesn't really matter, just as long as it's a graph like that. Read values, yeah. So you see, just something like that. Hotspots, and then dissolve shake. You can see that right here. For the graph, like I said, since it's a higher frequency shake, you just have this graph. It's really it. And then for here, I just had like a little hyper zoom kind of thing. The hotspots just to make it a little darker, and then radial blur, right? Nothing crazy. Oh, and then here, this is like a little one framer. Basically, you would get, you could either add transform to this, or you could split the clip. Either one doesn't matter, but basically for one frame, you would zoom out like that, and then for me, I put a rotation, and then so it gives it like more like impact. So like it looks like this. Here. See what I mean? Has like that little bounce, right? See, a little bounce. And then for the effects here, it was just CC light rays. Oh yeah, so here I had the CC light rays right here, and I just I had to go down. As you can see, like it's just going down this little thing she has right here. It's just like a little random effect. You know what I'm saying? And then the Minimax, it was just, I don't have the BCC plugin. I need to get that, so I was just using it as a replacement. Originally, how you do it is here. Hold on, let me go back to it. Where should I? Is it this right here? Yeah. So you start it at 0, and then you put the initial value, go back to 0. So it has like a little build up, and then same thing with the shake, same thing like almost every effect in this edit. And then just like every other clip, scale, rotation, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing crazy. Yeah, and then here just a basic offset, right? Just a basic offset. And then for this part, I had the scale like out a little bit more because I wanted to have like impact when it comes back in. So I'm gonna break this down real quick. So I just had I had the scale out like right here, and so when it comes like to the part, you zoom, so you put the scale back to its regular value. So I had it at 100, right? Or 115 because I did a zoom out. So it's just boom, and then I added another transform with I think this hotspots. So boom, and then for the shake, so here I was trying to like flow with the kick, so I did a rotation. So here, hold on, let me turn this off. So yeah, this is all I just did, just a rotation, right? Wait, hold on. Yeah. So I added a one framer, radial blur with the rotation with the spin, and then I just added tint. You know what I'm saying? And then here where it rotates. So what I did here was I just added blur mode curves, S_blur mode curves, and then I just had to zoom in, but this zoom in would like zoom in at the top. So then right here, like the one framer would be minimax, right? Boom, and then it's radial blur again, have it like spin so it all flows together, and then what did I add here? I added minimax again, so it was just like this, and then, oh, and then for the shake, here, hold on, let me put the shake back on here. Minimax, right? For the shake, I had the tilt at 640, so like, you know what I'm saying, it would go in the same direction as the kick, right? See what I mean? Right. Let me see. And then you can copy all the values right here. The graph for this, for this shake, since it's low frequency, 460, I just put this back and then drag this one forward, so it looks like this. See what I mean? Boom, and then here I just added some black solid with CC jaws, so then like right here it zooms in and then pops back out, right? So it's like, and then here just, it's nothing really on here, it's just remap. So for this part I had another clip over it, it was a opacity, right? So it starts off at 100, just fades out. Oh yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like that, I'm not gonna lie. But then yeah, it just fades out, and then just some more remap, right? Right, boom. Just right. I had this clip of right, like a build up right here in the air, boom, and then this just added some black solids for a flicker, right? And then here, just offset it with minimax. And then here, so boom, just offset. And then once again, I just did like another scale, like one framer, right? So it's just one thing, and then let me see. It's just there's no scale on here. I ain't had let me see. Yeah, I had no motion tile on here, so it was just the scale, right? I'm tired. Alright, so I just had the remap, the exposure, and then the dissolve shake. I think I keyframed the seed. Yeah, keyframed the seed. The values. This is a high frequency one, right? Just look at the values. That's all I had, right? That's all. Don't, yeah, I ain't have nothing for the X shake or Y shake, nothing there. And then the graph, like I said, just a looser graph for high frequency. And then I did the regular scale and rotation, so it has that bounce. Really just about it. Like it was just a repeat of the same thing. And then here, I think, what did I have here? Just a scale. Yeah, I didn't have any shakes or anything here. I just realized that low key. It was just, cause it's just like her spinning the bat over her back, and then boom. So the way how the remap worked was right, you got this part right here, and then you move it like a couple of seconds forward, and then boom. So and then here, so I did a like a reverse remap in a way. So yeah, let me show you. So it was just, I put the for one frame, I put the very end of the clip, and then it goes back to the beginning. And then here I just have dissolve shake, right, tint, right, and then once again offset it with minimax, and then radio blur and tint again. So it's like boom. But here I'm gonna show you what the reason why I put the end keyframe here, and then the at the beginning. Hold on, let me just turn all this stuff off real quick. I'm gonna show you how it looks. It's just like, see, it's just wait. Oh wait, I have wave warp on still. See. That's all. Right. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. Here I have for this part, like for this very part, I have it stretched out. Shit like that. Gives it that. Gives it that. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bounce. Let me put all this stuff back on. Oh wait, here, hold on. Yeah. Boom, this turns off. See what I'm saying? And then yeah, that's really just about it. Like, so here it was just dissolve shake. That's all it is, with a scale. Wait, no, I don't even think I had a scale on here. Did I? No. Yeah, so it was just purely shakes. Here's the settings, the Z shake, right? Just the same thing. Low frequency. And then once again, just put 0 for build up, and then your initial value back to 0, build up again, right? The graph. The graph, here you go. So then for here, I think, did I do a reverse remap? No. So there's just scale and rotation, So here, let me turn this off real quick, show you. And then the transform one framer of the, you know what I'm saying, just put the scale at 80, so it's like zoomed out, and then it's like that. You see? Just you see what I'm saying? And then here, like I said, camera scale rotation. Where's the dissolve shake? Oh, you know what? There wasn't even any. What? No, I didn't even know that. I don't even. I could have sworn there was settings on here, but I guess not. So, yeah, I just had the shake on here, I guess. But yeah, it's honestly the scale and rotation, that enough just already gives it like a shake. I didn't even realize like there wasn't a dissolve shake on here. I didn't even know that. But see, that's all it just does. It's just you add this part, like you just zoom it out, right? Just zoom it out, and then you add your scale and rotation. The values for this is -8, and then it goes on to 0. Right? You don't want to have like too long. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. It's a graph for it. And then for anybody with the flow plugin, and read the values. Wait, hold on. See, that's just the values for the rotation, and then the scale. Same thing. Just a looser graph. And then here, yeah, this one actually had shake. So this is just a high frequency shake. Right, the X shake 223, Y shake 96, and got all the values, just like all that. And then here, once again, just did another thing like that. And then, yeah, it's really just about it. Alright, so then that's all there is to it. And then at the end here, just added some flange in the chorus. Here's the initial value, just 3 keyframe 1, and then you go 1 frame after. Just put that 150, 1.50, and then you go. We gon' hop about that bitch right now. Better catch up, bitch, you get my dick sucked now. You say that you got some muscle, why you capping? You say you was. Oh, you know, here, let me show you the graph for the blur mode curves, because I don't think I showed that. It's just here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. It's just boom, right, and then I keyframed the center because obviously it starts right here. And then I moved it, just moved the, basically all this really is just a position, right? I just moved it over here. I ain't put any graph on it though. And then here, for blur mode curves, it low-key works the opposite of scale. So normally, for like a zoom in, it would be, for like a zoom in on like a regular scale, it would be something like that. But blur mode curves is the opposite, so you just gotta put it like that, right? And then yeah, it's really just about it. That's all the effects I use and all that stuff. And yeah.